Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. We're coming back at you today with another Disneyland Paris video.
Today we are going to discuss 5 reasons why we think you are going to love Disneyland Paris.
And 5 reasons that you might not. So the first reason we think that you will love Disneyland Paris is the overall beauty of the park and the attention to detail, which you can see all around you as soon as you enter.
Yeah, as soon as you enter the turnstiles and you see Main Street in front of you, it really is pretty. The cobbles are almost pink looking. It's really pretty. All of the buildings, there's noise going on all around. At the top there's like a dentist in one area and you can hear someone drilling. It's just immersive. The whole thing has been so well done. Yeah,
and then you've got the gazebo right in the middle there of the square, just as you hit Main Street, which kind of frames the castle there perfectly. And then either side of Main Street, you've got 2 kind of arcade alleys. They call them arcades, don't they? And they're kind of steampunk themed. So all like the fixings in there are like brass or like the green copper, and it's like you're walking through like a steampunk museum almost of like artifacts of carnivals and stuff. It's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, and it seems wider. Main Street seems wider in Disneyland Paris, and in the evening when you are trying to get out of the park as well, or if in the afternoon you need to get out of the park to go over to the studios and there's a parade on, you can just go down the arcade and you can get out within minutes.
Fantastic.
And I think that has been the key to Disneyland Paris. If they could do that in the other parks around the world, they'd be winning, especially Florida.
But if you look at all the fixings, when you do go, look at the fixings, look at every little detail you can find, and I'm sure you'll find something which has been exquisitely crafted just for that reason.
It's beautiful. The second reason you'll love Disneyland Paris is
the castle. That beautiful castle. As you walk down Main Street, it looks like it's been plucked right out of the storybook and just placed on top of that little hill right in front of you, isn't it? It's something else, isn't it?
If you look at some of the illustrations from Sleeping Beauty, it literally, like Jake said, it's like it's been plucked out of the storybook. So they've got box trees, they've got beautiful fountains, they've got a wishing well. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, the hills along the side kind of roll too, don't they?
Yeah.
It really
it's almost animated, isn't it?
Yeah. It is. But I think it helps it fact it's that really kind of vibrant pink too. It's such a pretty castle, and then not to mention beneath it is that permanent resident that lives there, that beautiful dragon.
If you have been to Disneyland Paris before and you have not gone under the castle, wow, you are missing out. It is spectacular.
Yeah, I think the first time we did it, we were shocked at how dark it was.
I know, yeah.
Like it was so dark in there, and you can kind of barely see where you're going, and you go around the corner, and
like
that dragon is just revealed in front of you, sitting on like, sitting around the little water piece and stuff, and every now and then it wakes up and blows smoke.
And starts looking at you. And
making all the noises.
It's so good.
It is brilliant, yeah. And then also there's the walk through Sleeping Beauty story inside the castle as you go upwards. Instead of walking straight through the castle and there just being shops or a restaurant, you actually go up the stairs and go around this kind of balcony area.
That's gorgeous.
And all of the columns, aren't they, are carved out to look like trees and all different kinds of animals, and there's mosaics and stained glass windows, and as you go around the room it kind of tells you the story of Sleeping Beauty. Yeah.
The stained glass windows on a sunny day, honestly they take your breath away. They are absolutely beautiful. We actually watched the Imagineering program on Disney Plus, and it talks about how they made those stained glass windows. They are just gorgeous.
But it just made us want to go back and see them again, didn't it?
Yeah. Also in the castle there is a shop which they make glass wands. So if you've got little ones or you need an ornament to take home for somebody, or even treat yourself, you can actually, they'll make you a glass wand and you can pick all the bits that you want in it. It's really lovely in there.
And there's a Christmas shop.
There is a Christmas shop.
Throw that in there.
Yeah. There's also a secret spot, but that's for another video.
So the third reason that we think you'll love Disneyland Paris is how it embraces its own Frenchness. It's not afraid to be French at all.
No, it's lovely.
There is a distinct feeling when you're in Main Street, walking down Main Street, that you're in Paris.
Yeah.
You got the smell of coffee coming down and the smell of pastries instead of confectionery that you'd have in.
I agree there.
That you'd have in Walt Disney World and other places like that. You've and there's all the seating kind of outside, like as if it wants you to kind of sit al fresco as the Parisians would outside with your coffee and your Danish on Main Street.
The other thing that I really like about Paris, Disneyland Paris, is the fact that you can have champagne on Main Street. So before the fireworks show, they come out with their car and they sell, I think it's Lanson.
I think isn't it their own brand too?
Is it?
It's like their own Disney bottled brand. It's got its own like label and everything. Yeah.
But you can have champagne, which is something that Walt never made. He didn't want alcohol in the parks, but actually there's something really special about having a glass of champagne down Main Street in Disneyland Paris. If you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it there.
Let's face it. And also on top of that, you know, they've got the Ratatouille attraction, which is currently exclusive to Paris, but it's coming to Epcot in the near future. But Paris has really embraced that. Like, there's Ratatouille merchandise everywhere, and the restaurant Bistro Chez Remy is a complete authentic French dining experience. It's so nice, and Ratatouille is part of every single menu, isn't it? Every single set menu.
And the Aristocats as well are featured. They have Marie out at Christmas, so they have like Marie is a rare character, especially around the world. So to have her in France, you're really lucky, and I think that the French are embracing that because of her character and who she is.
I would agree.
Reason number 4 that you'll love Disneyland Paris is, of course, the food. How could we not include the food?
Where do we start?
I don't know.
It is something else. I think that if you compare the food we've had in Paris to what we've had in Walt Disney World, there's a distinct speed to which it's cooked and put out in Disney World, and there's not so much emphasis on the presentation, especially when it comes to the buffet food, whereas in Paris we had the complete opposite experience, didn't we?
The buffet food was just on point. There was so much variety, but what you're getting was fresh ingredients, the attention to detail, the presentation of it, the flavours. Oh, it was good.
It was something else, wasn't it? Just inventions as an example. There was what do we have? Cold meats, cheeses. This is for dinner, by the way.
Salads.
Cheeses, salads and vegetables.
Then you had pasta, lasagna, meatballs, spaghetti. Then they had like just beef, pork. Then you went on chicken, and then you went further down and it was like seafood, and it was all fresh seafood. The snails were just lovely.
Yeah, amazing. There's a couple of restaurants we haven't tried yet. We want to try Waltz. That's next on our list to try, isn't it? But everywhere that we've tried so far, we've never had a bad meal.
No, Cafe Mickey, Matilda loved her food in there, and that was really tasty, the food we had in there, wasn't it? But dessert-wise, I mean, the desserts were on point too.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
Forget about it. If you say what Disney World food's here, this is like, I'm going to go up above the camera. I'm going up. So the 5th reason that we think you'll love Disneyland Paris is the characters.
And the sheer number of them.
There are characters everywhere. Like, I think on our last couple of days, on our last trip, I think we must have met tens of characters.
It was
tens
insane.
Of them. They were everywhere.
Every corner you walked around, there was a character.
Yeah, there was Jafar. Oh look, there's a genie. Oh look, there's Aladdin and Jasmine around the corner. Oh look, Tick and Tack. Yeah,
Chip and Dale.
They were around the corner too. We just met Woody. He was there.
Oh yeah, do you remember Woody?
Yeah, it was nuts. Like,
yeah,
that was literally not even gonna lie. That was within maybe a 50-meter radius of one another. They were just all there. It was something else, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it's just the way that it is all over the park. There seems to be characters just everywhere.
Also, with the character dining that you do, the character interaction is another level. Like Jake said about the food in Disneyland Paris being up here, when it comes to character dining and the interaction, it's off the scale. I've never experienced anything like it. We've talked about it before. Pluto, Minnie was sitting at our table. Mickey came and sat with us. He was loving Blake, and they spent so much time with us. They came round 3 or 4 times, and they just embraced it, and it was
they made it so magical, didn't they?
And for me, I absolutely love the characters. Like, that's one of the reasons I love going.
True.
And they just couldn't be any better. I just think that they are right up there.
I agree. You'll love it. So starting with the 5 reasons that you might not love Disneyland Paris. Reason number 1 is the staff enthusiasm. I'm not saying it's bad by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, between the time we went in 2017 to 2019, totally we saw a vast improvement, but that's all to do with management above hand and part of a different video. But I think compared to somewhere like Florida, the levels are slightly different. We're
always going to compare it to Florida, and actually you shouldn't compare the parks. They are separate entities, and if you're a big fan of Disney itself, then you will take them all individually. But we've been to America a few times, and the Americans are so enthusiastic. It just feels like they can't do enough for you, whereas in Paris it doesn't feel like that. It's a bit more reserved.
Yeah, I think the Americans got a way of being welcoming and being quite open and actively looking to help and support, whereas in Paris it's not quite at that level yet. They're always happy to help, but it almost feels like it's not intuitive.
You almost feel like you've got to go to them.
Yeah.
And the second reason you might not love it are the imperfections.
Yeah, unfortunately all parks have them, but especially in Disney, they're very good at keeping these imperfections under wraps, but in Disneyland Paris it's not really like that. They've got kind of a laid back European attitude. Things got to be fixed or things got to be moved.
It's got to be done.
It's got to be done. It's like time we were walking down Main Street, and as beautiful as it is and as incredible it all is, the ice cream parlour was closed. I think they might have been doing some, might not be open that day, but the ice cream parlour was closed and the painters were there touching up the paint on the outside. And you think, if we were in Walt Disney World, that would never happen. That would be happening at night, it would be happening outside park hours, it just wouldn't happen in the day. And I think we watched a video of another vlogger, didn't we?
Yeah.
Where he'd come out of this amazing show, and then he walked past a line of guys painting.
It was a barrier, wasn't it, or
something? Yeah, painting it wood colour to keep the aesthetic up, and it kind of dulls the magic a little bit. It looks pretty, don't get me wrong, it's got to be done, but
we've kind of taken that and embraced it in our hearts, so it is a reason not to like it, but
we actually
find it quite funny now, and when we see it we're like, it only happens in Disneyland Paris.
Yeah, we love it. And also a little thing like changing like the trash cans and stuff.
Yeah, the bins.
Obviously in Florida they've got the underground system, so all the stuff comes out from underneath, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But in Paris it just
it's a green wheelie bin that they just pull along, and there's stuff coming out of it, and
we paint a bad picture, but actually it's quite funny.
But we find it funny.
We do, yeah. So the third reason that you may not love Disneyland Paris are the character queues.
Like we said, there are a lot of characters around, but sometimes you could walk around a corner and the characters will rock up and there's no queue and everybody just starts piling on the characters.
Yep, they're all stood around there.
There's no organisation. I feel sorry for them, actually.
Yeah, they do have minders with them, but it just feels like a bit of a throng just kind of goes around them and nobody really knows how to queue because, you know, they're not British like we are. And we'd just stand there in a line, wouldn't we? Like, I'm waiting for my turn.
Sorry.
But no, they don't do that.
Also, for anybody that's been to Disneyland Paris, there is an app that they use called Line Bertie. Now, this is an unaffiliated app that I think Disneyland Paris just had before it got taken over.
I think so, yeah.
But the main stakeholders of Disney buying it back. It is an awful app, and you use it to basically meet characters, don't you? It's a bit like a fast pass system.
Yeah. Like a virtual queue.
Yeah, virtual queue, that's exactly what it is. So you have to get on it 10 minutes before, or like 9:10 in the morning, and you have to click on the character that you want to meet for that day, and if you don't get that time slot, that's it for the rest of the day. So your child will be walking past Buzz Lightyear saying, I want to meet Buzz Lightyear, but they can't because they've not got they've not got the ticket for Line Bertie. So I think that's something they're working on.
Yeah.
But for us, we know how to use it and we know the tricks and the but I think
if you don't do your research, that's it, you're screwed.
Yeah, I don't think it's very fair.
No, but that's going to change.
Reason number 4, the photo pass system.
Ah, yes, the photo pass system. This is a bit of a bane. I think similar to Line Bertie app before, this photo pass system is actually kind of owned by Fujifilm. They had a contract with Disney a while back, and I think that's now been swapped over to Disney, so this is going to change. However, a PhotoPass system is really confusing. You bought the PhotoPass online.
Yeah, it sort of came as a package deal, so you could buy it with like Us Magic Breaks.
Yeah, and then you take your receipt and your documentation to one of the shops in the park now, or a resort, but not every single shop can give you the access to your PhotoPass. You have to research which ones will do that. So you go to your certain shop, they will give you the box with your lanyard, your PhotoPass lanyard to take around with you. Then you have to activate that by using an app which you need to download. Once that's done, when you have your photos taken with any PhotoPass photographer, if you see any, because there's not very many around, there's quite a limited amount, they will then scan your card and a photo will then go to the app on your phone. You can also get ride pictures on there too, but it's not as easy as scanning in your pass. Often that doesn't work, it's not an easy system. You have to kind of look at the code on the picture when you come out of the ride and then type that code into the app and then it comes up. So it's a little bit confusing. Yeah, it is. It's not an easy system at all.
And when you're coming out of a ride and everybody's looking, your picture might disappear. So you're trying quickly to take a photo of it so you can get the code and then to type it in when you get out of the queue line to get out.
Yeah, it's just a bit finicky. Look.
But it looks as if that's all changing, because we had an email to say that the old system is being it's expired and that a new system is coming. So it might be more like other Disney parks around the world.
Fingers crossed. So the fifth and final reason that you may not love Disneyland Paris as we do is the resort transport.
So if you are staying on resort, then they provide you with free transport to the hotels and back to the parks every day, and I think they're sort of 10 to 15 minutes.
They stop right outside the train station, don't they?
Yeah, they come and go. When we went the first time, we were warned, and I looked at loads of forums. They said that they get crammed, people don't let the children on with push chairs. It's just a very intense atmosphere because everybody's trying to get to the park or everybody's trying to get back to the hotel. So we did it the first time. We had our suitcases and Blake. The bus didn't stop for us. As soon as we got on, it was like sit down or fall down. And
yeah, it was.
Because we stayed on resort, and that was in Santa Fe, we actually learned quite quickly you could walk to the park, so we actually don't use the transport. Yeah,
you can walk from any resort, so the transport is frequent, but it's just busy and just kind of every man for himself.
Yeah, and just be prepared that you're going to encounter people that are not as helpful as you would want them to be, especially if you've got small children.
Yeah, I think that's fair. But yeah, top tip, walk. Well, that concludes our 5 reasons you'll love Disneyland Paris and 5 reasons you might not love Disneyland Paris video. We really hope you enjoyed that and found it informative.
Yeah, we hope you did. And if you did like it, please subscribe down the bottom, hit the notification bell so you can see those up and coming vlogs that we've got coming for Disneyland Paris. Also, if you know somebody that's travelling to Disneyland Paris sort of near the end of the year to 2021 and they might be interested, share this video, tell them about us, because we are going to be giving more informative information, not only about Paris, but Florida as well. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned, and thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.